Hey guys, what's up? Casper here, and I am finally here with a long and overdue video that everyone has been asking me to do since I've done my last one. That is a brand new update. This one at the beginning of 2019, more or less. It's the 23rd of January, that time of filming this. Not sure when it'll be up, but yeah, definitely a big update. And I guess let's just get right into it. I have just this little guy as a cast member up top. If you guys want to see a folder update or a folder collection, because I've never done one before, let me know. I got a few interesting ones if you haven't seen them on my Instagram. But let's get into the Balisongs. First one to start everything off with, let's get this one out of the way. Flip fins. They're cool. You have them. You can get them at Walmart. Sweet. Great for your niece or nephew. No one else really cares about them. Done. Next one. I don't think I have any other trainers after this, really. Sorry, bumped the mic. Bokor Plush trainer. Yeah, it's a $50 trainer. Great if you've seen one of my other videos. You know, I like this thing. It's great. It's overall just really good. Next up, let's see. Let's get this one out of the way. Beagler Bladeworks Rock Style. Great custom knife. Really like it. This is a first gen one, so the tolerances are not the best. But overall, it's a very, very nice knife, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection. Might get rid of it one day if the price is right, but right now, I'm good. Just putting everything off to the side for now. Next up, this one. Seen this in my last one. This is my first ever Balisong. Got it back late 2013, early 2014. It's a 2014 model, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, a 2014 model Baron Sons short one, like really short. But I love this thing. First ever one that I got. Next up, let's do this one. Made in China, DMG. This can technically be a trainer, but I have it with the live blade on just because I prefer live blades. Very, very great knife. If you don't mind bearings, and it's cheap. It's 120 bucks. To me, you can't really beat it, but I think they've been replaced with the Banshee now. Not 100% sure on that. Next up, let's get the Benchmade Model 51. This thing has had probably, I think, 4 sets of handles on it now. This is just an old Benchmade 51. Has the orange scales and the blue liners because this was not an original orange one. I bought these off of a friend. I love them. I'm just keeping my 51 stock. Might get some Jimpy Design Space Invaders for it because that's honestly one of the best upgrades you can get for it. I know the long finger mods are pretty cool on Instagram. I had a set, but I prefer these a little bit more. Next up, we will talk about this one. Roosterfish. It's a little bit beat. If you notice, the handles are touching themselves. There's no thigh gap there, and the liners are made of bronze, copper, whatever the hell I think. Copper, yeah, copper ones. So not the best metal. The blade's scuffed to shit. And the plunge line is a little off on each side. But overall, I like the knife. It's great. Got it for a pretty good price. Traded a couple trainers away for it. I like it, and I'm having it refreshed probably. Alright, just keep this moving. I don't want this video to be too long because people will get bored. Atropos Demon. This is one of the older ones from what I was told. I'm not 100% sure. So you can hear it rattles around. Tolerances are the best. Plus, I haven't tuned it at all since I've gotten it. Overall, pretty good knife. Absolutely love the way it looks. Flips very interesting, and it's super sharp. Cut myself pretty well with it. Very good. I keep that around mostly for photos, not flipping. Next up, let's do this one. This is another Max Ace one. Max Ace Covenant. This is the V2 variant, so one of the most recent drops. But if you notice, I have the Bowie blade on it. And you can only get this one with the Timascus inlay, but I bought both and I swapped them. And if you notice, I have barrel spacers. These are not the right size by any means. As you can see, they can poke out a little bit, which is a little annoying, but I am going to have proper ones made that are the proper size and all that, because it does lighten up the rear, which makes this a really good flipper if you don't mind bearings. Again, it's really hit or miss. Most people hate bearings. I like them. Deal with it. Simple as that. But overall, I love this knife. I plan to do a few things with it, but yeah, pretty cool. Oh my god, I have a pile up on the side now. Let's move to BRS products. This is my famous charity beast, the one that I've been working on for almost a year now. It is so close to being finished. All the mod work is done. The box is still being made for it. I'm having a special box, plaque, and all that made for it. And it is going to be raffled off. Not sure exactly on the details, but it'll be released on my Instagram. If you don't follow me there, go ahead and check me out. I'll put a link down in this description. You can follow up on this. Very great mods done by DC Blade Works over on Instagram with if I can get a nice close-up on this edge. It's a very, very shiny and good edge. Very sharp. I gave myself a cut with it. But yeah, this is very close to being done. After that, it just needs to be anodized. And also, I want to apologize if you could hear my chair creaking in the background. Nothing I can do about it right now. A new one's on the way. Now, let's get this one. Oops. Another Alpha Beast. My blades we love, anodized Alpha Beast. That people... it's not focusing, whatever. That people, for the majority part, absolutely love. I love this knife. It is my baby. It will always be my baby. And it's never leaving my collection. But I do plan on getting one of the newer channel Alpha Beasts, also known as the Chabs. They're channel construction Alpha Beast. Super hot. Absolutely love them. And I can't wait. Hopefully I can get my hands on the original pilot run. Alright. Next up is my last Blade Runner Systems. This is a rep that I have recently acquired from a friend on Instagram and Discord. If actually you're not in my Discord, I'll put a link to that in the description as well. But he needed some cash to acquire his Grail knife, and I helped him out by buying this off him. In return, that I let him buy it back in the future, whenever that will be. Not exactly sure when. But yeah, this thing's actually really amazing. This has Kuski handles on it and a super beat blade. Came in the perfect condition to flip. Not focusing again, whatever. This also has a super sharp edge that I'm pretty sure he put on it. But overall is a very, very beautiful knife. Very neutral flipper. Absolutely amazing at fanning. The anodizing was done by my friend as well, which is, he was just testing it out. He just got his anodizing system, so don't judge him on it, even though I will for you. Next up, alright, so that's done with those. Let's get the Hom knives out of the way. One of my favorite Hom knives, definitely a grail of mine, is the number 3 orange carbon fiber bass. This thing is a beautiful knife. Carbon fiber work is amazing. Anything Hom does, or Hom, Jerry, whatever you want to call him, anything he does is amazing. I love him. He is a great maker. This one has a pretty rough condition blade. You can see a bunch of scuff marks in it. Tip's a little worn. Could be worse, but I got it for a good deal. I think got it right around $300. And does still have the pocket clip, which I'm guessing these are starting to get rare from comments on my Instagram. But yeah, I got that. Next up, my favorite Hom product that I have owned and had my hands on, other than maybe a Maelstrom that my friend had. I really like that. But this is no normal Thai bass. This is what is it considered, a nightmare regrind. Now, there's a person on Instagram that goes by the title of Rotten, and he's famous in the Balisong community. His knives go for a ridiculous amount whenever he customizes them. He does regrinds, from what I understand, which means he takes the standard blade and he regrinds it and will give it this shape. This is a reblade done by Razor Edge Knives. It's, I'm pretty sure, a better steel. This is AEL-B steel, I'm like 99% sure. It's a one-off that he did. It's a very beautiful blade. I know some people call it a rotten ripoff, but it's not a, regrind. It's a reblade. It's slightly different. And then on top of it, I also as well have some barrel spacers, just a single barrel spacer, a single titanium barrel spacer in the bottom, and it's still a little rear bias. It is, I believe, 4.2 ounces at the moment. It's a very fun flipper. I absolutely love it, and plan on having some work done to the handles. Nothing too much though, just a little bit cosmetic things. Performs amazingly. Now let's talk about this one. Tanto Tanto. This is a really loved Tanto Tanto. It has been beaten, refreshed, and now rebeaten by me. Oh god, it is reflecting a lot off the light. Sorry about that if that's too much for you. But this is currently my everyday beater. Tip's definitely dulled. Blade is super dull. Won't cut for life. Handles are ever so slightly chamfered, I believe. Has barrel spacer in it again. Not sure who made these ones, and I'm pretty sure they're the stainless steel ones. But I love this knife. It is an amazing flipper. It is my favorite Tac-2, other than one Matt Cook Tac-2 that I've handled, and one Pale Tac-2 that I've handled. Both those modded by Matt Cook and Pale. I love both of those just as much as I love this. But because this one's mine and I only paid $400 for it, I know only $400. Not sure if that's good, bad, or asking price, but I got it. I love it, and I haven't put it down since I've gotten it. It has great tolerances, great look, and everything. It's just amazing. And I just realized this is probably the most hated section now because the last 3 knives that I have are bearing knives. I will make another video completely discussing bearing knives, why I love them, and for some reason why everyone hates them. This is a Benchmade 87. You guys probably already know that. This is probably one of the most hated Balisongs in the community because everyone says bearings are bad, the blade style is bad, the balance is bad. It flips fine. People need to get off their high horse and stop acting like elitists, especially the ones that have never flipped it. This knife, mine's not tuned right now, but this knife is amazing. Now, the handles do not have the stock finish. There's a story behind this knife that maybe one day I'll tell. But someone, his name goes by Turbo Jackalope on Instagram. The knife was accidentally sent to him, not me, through a trade, and he ended up refinishing the handles for me, and I love the finish. It is an amazing finish, and I do plan on having these anodized like a blue with like a low polish on it. But I love the 87. This blade, I love Wharncliffe blades. I love the channel tie handles, and I love bearings. The tolerances you can get from bearings are better than everything else. Alright. Another one of my favorite knives. Omeme. I believe this blade shape is, what, 06? Yes, Omeme 06, so harpoon. This is number 88 out of 99. It has been retipped by me. I'm not sure if you could see it. The handles were polished, then scratched the shit by me. This knife is well loved because it is amazing. It is one of the best bearing knives out there that you can buy. If you want to try bearings, definitely get your hands on a Omeme. There's nothing wrong with them. Not sure how the balance on the other blades work, but with this one I do have the black aluminum spacers in it, which definitely helped out, lightened up the rear a little bit, and overall it's a very, very great flipper. Very fun. Flip this one outdoors all the time. Most of these knives I flip outdoors. Next up, this one right now is probably my favorite in the collection. This is a J. Lyons custom Hellcat. Now, his previous work was really heavy. I believe it was in the mid to high 6 ounce range for his full tie ones. It's heavy for a Balisong, but they're great quality. I got to handle a couple of them at a meetup, and I loved them. They were just quality knives. They didn't flip the best. They flipped well, but they were heavy. But the quality was there, and I seen him making a new design that was much lighter, right around the 4.5 ounce range, which is like practically the best range that you could do. It's a safe range. So I hopped on it a month or so later, about a month and a half later, got my hands on one. This one's a little beat because it is well loved by me. It runs on bearings. Has probably, if you see, probably one of the best blade shapes with a nice compound grind on it. All hand done. I believe there's no CNC. I know he mills this. He has to. But I'm pretty sure this is hand milled, not CNC milled. Hand sanded. I have the upgraded pivots here. Let's see if I could get it to focus on the pivots. Kind of. I'm trying to tap the screen to get it to focus properly. Well, whatever. But these pivots are amazing. The tolerances on this thing are just amazing. And it's just probably my favorite knife, so much that I'm having 2 more made. Now, when I first talked to him and got this one made, it only took a month and a half. I talked to him shortly after that to have a couple more made because I loved this knife so much. And it was a 3-month waiting period for my first one and 4 months for my second one. So that gave me some time actually to save up. I'm having a Damascus blade on both of them. I actually have the sheet of Damascus off to my side. But yeah, I love him. If you guys haven't checked out J Lines yet on Instagram, you guys should really go check him out. He's a great newer maker. His knives are the best. The tolerances are... Here, I'll try to show. I'm trying to give it play. There is no play at all. That is literally handle flex. Like, alright, wiggling it back and forth. Like, obviously I could bend the handles, but that is uncomfortable for me to do. There's actually, like, no play at all. Runs on bearings, super smooth, and it rings really well. The overall quality of this knife is amazing. Probably one of the best quality knives I have. Now, sorry I'm talking about his knife so much. It's practically a review at this point, but it is so far my favorite knife, and I love it. Here, I'll try to move some of the other knives because I piled them off to the side where the Damascus is. Now, this literally just came in today. I wanted to get the Damascus in hand to see what it would look like. Let's see, can you guys see the pattern? Let me see if I can focus in on that. Yeah, there we go. I believe you guys can see the pattern there. Sorry, I'm getting close up to the mic. But yeah, this is Devin Thomas Spirograph Damascus. Here, let me focus in on that. I believe that's focused. Yeah, this is Devin Thomas Spirograph Damascus. You can see the thickness and all that there. This big piece of steel is going to make my next 2 J Lines knives. This is very beautiful Damascus. I'm very excited to have it. I will be shipping it off to him pretty soon. Put that down without knocking over the pile of Balisongs. But yeah, I guess I'll put this there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming out and watching this video. I will be trying to make more. Again, if you guys want to see my folders, just leave a comment. If you want to see a review on any of these, go ahead and let me know. I'll also be making a flipping video pretty soon. I have my friend making some music for that because I don't want any copyright issues. But yeah, again, thank you guys very much for coming out, watching, and supporting the channel. This channel is so far more successful than any of my other ones when it comes to viewers. If you guys want, like, comment, and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it, more than you guys could ever believe. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, that's down in the description. Same with J Lines and everyone else I mentioned, and all the other stuff throughout the video that I mentioned will all be down in the description. So please, if you can, go check that out. And again, leave a like and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.